My favorite all-time video game comic is that Nintendo Comic System preview. I own a 9.0 that I bought from John Z. That's a 9.8 that sold for almost $3,000, you guys.
Wow.
That is the very first Valiant book right there. It is a preview book that they gave out. Super, super rare. 9.8. Unbelievable. First appearance of Mario, like the Mario we know from Mario Brothers in the comics right there. Right, Vinny?
Yep.
You guys, we all kind of joked on that Pokemon pack that guy found unopened and, this and that. I didn't realize how much Pokemon booster packs were. It doesn't even have to be a first generation 96 whatever booster pack. This is a Pokemon EX Crystal Guardians booster pack that graded unopened, sold for $500. Just a booster pack. Yeah. Mike Tyson's Punch Out complete in box with original letter sold for $710. Now, what does that mean, original letter, Vinny? Is that only come in the Mike Tyson's Punch Out stuff?
Yeah, there was a letter that came with the NES game. Again, this is a cool game for sure. This is a later printing. If you guys remember the silver bullet version, so right now you see orange bullets there on the left hand side. What that means. That designates a later printing.
So it's probably after the Mike Tyson stuff, the Mike Tyson debacle. So maybe that's why the letter's in there.
No, the letter. I believe the letter was even in the earlier versions of the game as well. So it had nothing to do with that. It was just just part of the inside with the manual, etc.
Gotcha. All right, next we've got, these are some Pokemon cards that I've never seen before. They are based on Mario and Luigi. A bunch of these sold this week. As you can see, Mario, Pikachu, Pokemon. These are promo cards, sold for ridiculous amounts. Just crazy. Have you ever seen these, Vinny?
I've never seen them. No.
So I don't know what these are. People that are watching this on the replay, let us know in the description below if you know much about these. Fill us in. People in the chat. I think they're cool. Looks like they might have been something that was given out at a convention or something like that. They're signed too. I wonder if they're signed by the artist or what. But it's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. All right, next we've got some Zelda stuff. Legend of Zelda complete in box. $810. What does a new map mean?
This was like I'm trying to remember what this was. I actually still have this somewhere, but this was a promo disc, I believe, when you bought.
Oh no, I'm talking about the one on the left. What does new map mean? Was there like maybe they didn't have the original map that came with it, and there was a map that they put in a later printing?
It could be, yeah. It could just be another piece that they put in there. Yeah, I'd have to read the description, but keep in mind, guys, when you all are doing CIB, it doesn't matter if you marry the parts. It's as long as it's the correct version of it that goes along with that version of the box and that version of the cart, then it's okay. So it could just be that they're saying that it's a brand new map. That could be that.
Gotcha. Yeah. The one in the middle is one of my favorite all-time Nintendo things ever, and I know what it is very well because I searched this out back on eBay back in the early 2000s. This came out with the GameCube. When the GameCube came out, they put out what was the GameCube Zelda that came out? I forget the first Zelda that came out on GameCube. But with that, if you bought that special version of the GameCube that came with that special Zelda one, you got this promotional disc that had all 4 original Zeldas on it, which is amazing. And back in the day, it used to sell for like $100. So to get it now for $250 seems like a deal for me. I'm sure it was just somebody put it up there. They didn't realize what it was, and it immediately sold. At Simpsons, Bart vs. the World, $577, sealed. So I don't know. Could be sealed. Might not be. You know how that works.
Yeah.
Next, we've got some wrestling stuff and some really cool Game of Thrones stuff. But the Hulk Hogan mail-away Hasbro figure is super, super rare. Holy Grail, as it says there, almost sold for almost $1,000 loose. And I can't remember the mail away on it, but I do remember that figure being how rare it is with the old school yellow and red, Hulkster stuff. And then a Macho Man Wrestling Superstars that is on card, mint on card, sold for $810. So it's pretty damn cool.
Wow.
Yeah. This, I might want these. if Game of Thrones House of Dragons ends up ending cool, I might geek out and go get myself some dragon eggs. You know what I mean? Because Game of Thrones, that's badass. It's a set from Comic-Con 2014, a bunch of little dragon eggs sold for $202, but I didn't even know those were out there.
If I would have, I was around in the game back then. If I'd have known that there was fucking dragons that looked that badass that were official, I would have had a set of those on the mantle. Fuck, I don't care about the George R. R. Martin signature necessarily, but those would have been on a mantle somewhere.
Amen. I'm right there with you. Next, we've got some G.I. Joe stuff. That's the Night Force again, the 2-pack from JoeCon. They re-released the Night Force figures from JoeCon, which is nice. They redid them, and those sell for a lot, $256, which is nice. And then Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask figure, 51 bids, $305. And then the Incredible Hulk Mecha Hulk figure is one of the coolest all-time Hulk figures that sells for a ridiculous amount, $213 on card. All right, some comic stuff and toy stuff. First, let's talk about the Night Force figures. Those are the original Night Force figures, not the JoeCon one, on card, sold for almost $800. And then you remember we had the Spider-Man Mego Pocket Mego figures last week. These are the Batman and Robin Pocket Megos, unpunched, $274. That feels low for some reason. And then shout out to Skybound and The Walking Dead 100 Hero Initiative blank cover, sold for $2,500.
Bro, I have 5 of those. I'm finna go get them. I promise I'm finna go get them. And they will be on eBay tonight.
Where did these? How were these released?
5.
I have 5 of those.
How were these?
I don't remember how I got 5 of them. I think I got them from my comic book store. My guy had them. I don't know where he got them from. I remember because he didn't give a damn about them. I was like, yo, I'll take them. Because my goal was to get like covers drawn. You know what I'm saying? That was my goal. But I know I got them 5 somewhere. It's living somewhere in all my whatever, in my secret sector money. You know what? Sector. Well, educate yourself. It's up there.
Hey, listening to you try to say Sanctum Sanctorum was literally the greatest portion of the podcast. I don't care if the rest of our show was 2 hours of shit. That first 2 minutes made it worth fucking getting out of bed this morning.
OTR in the house. We got the whole crew with us, you guys. We got Vinny, we got 36, and the main man, the legend. We got Marcus. What up, brother?
God damn it, I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying? Listen, fresh off the jet, sharper than the best you can get, baby. I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm staying licks on the ground. I'm putting money in my socks. I'm posted up like a light box. Baby, we out here. What are we doing today? We out here getting money. We finessing and jogging. What are we doing? We out here today. Come on, Vinny. Come on, Trey. Come on, Brian McClay.
Can I say jogging?
Where you at?
I'm in the Sanctum, educate yourself. I'm in Sanctum Sanctiminium. I'm in the Sanctum Sanctiminium. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm at the Sanctum Sanctiminium. Next door to the Alaskan Bush Company. Yeah, I'm at the Sanctum Sanctiminium. Where am I at? Am I at the Sanctum Sanctiminium? What? Hey, man. Hey, man. What? Where am I at?
Sanctum Sanctorum.
Yeah, that is Sanctum Sanctiminium. Educate yourself. I'm out here, baby. We making money, baby. We out here making money, baby. I'm where the money is. That's what I'm where the money is.
So you guys are getting a trip about that Walking Dead. So the Walking Dead Hero Initiative variant, there's over 100 blank cover Hero Initiative variant copies that were printed by Skybound to commemorate the landmark issue of 100 to raise funds for Hero Initiative. Around 105 official sketches were produced where they actually had cover artists do stuff. Todd Knox, Stuart Sager did 2 each, and then there's a ton of them that were done, and they auctioned off all the sketches. So, for example, let me go ahead and show you guys these. This is where they came from. Shout out to Recalled Comics, one of the greatest websites ever. As you can see, here's some of the variants. This is one. Charlie Adler did this one. Arthur Sidem did this one. So you can see, and it says here that it is possible that there were blanks that were stolen, right? And weren't sketched on. And so the blank ones are super rare because they're not supposed to have gotten out. So
Marcus knows a guy who knows a guy. He didn't get that from yet.
Hey Marcus, I have some Walking Dead books that fell off the truck. You want them?
Next we have.
Hey, look. I don't.
In the middle.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm Stevie Wonder. I got a recurring cataract. I ain't seen shit. Hand me the books and move on out your way.
Hey, you the motherfucker I be doing Stevie Wonder? That shit ain't funny, motherfucker.
I'm good. Just hey, here you go. I got him. Thank you, baby. We out here.
There was a guy selling his Spawn run in chunks, and there's a bunch of these on here that went for a ton of money. So this one's probably one of the best ones. It's all the homage variants from 225 to 229, and it sold for almost $455 for just raw the 5 books themselves. And then of course, like Trey said, the Wonder Woman 38. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. That cover was just on top forever, and now you can get them.
It was so out of left field because Finch always throws heat. But if you guys remember, they snuck this motherfucker in on us, and nobody was ordering 100 Wonder Woman at the time. Even at the height, no one was under Wonder Woman. I remember I was in Baltimore with Big Leg when this came a couple weeks after this came out, and I knew that you know when those variants, when it went from 40 to 120 before it got to Saturday.
Yeah.
I knew that this was one of those variants. If I didn't get it before it got above 200, it was going to hit 500 before the end of the month. Fucking sure enough. And I think I paid $280 in Baltimore, and I subbed it and got a 9.8 that weekend. And I still have that book, and I'll never sell it because it's my honest to God. I think there's been a couple other variants that were done that, might have been better than this, but this is my favorite Wonder Woman variant. I don't know if there'll ever be anything that will beat it. It's subtle. It shows the woman stuff that the weirdos want to see, but it's still subtle enough that it shows the power, everything. I just like it. I just think it's perfect.
I like the lasso, the way the lasso is drawn and colored. It's beautiful.
Boy, you ain't looking at that lasso. You're looking at that asshole. That's what you're looking at.
Oh, he didn't even say the ass. He went to the hole. He went straight to the fucking split.
I mean, it rhymed with asshole. It rhymed with ass. Lasso, asshole.
I didn't know you was spitting bars, but
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people think I talk fast. I just think they listen slow, baby. I'm out here in these streets. POP, hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's do it.
Signed by Bernthal with a quote on it, a Bernthal quote on it. So, and sold for $371.
Last hole.
I knew it was going to be a thing. We're going to have T-shirts, man. That's our first T-shirt. It's going to say last hole.
Last hole. I promise.
It's going to have that art. It's going to have that rendition of Finch, but we're going to put Vinny's fucking head on Wonder Woman instead. It's going to be the last whole special edition Discord variant.
Oh, yeah, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna get a shirt that say last hole, and then we're gonna get another one say Sancto Semporium. Sancto. You know what I'm talking about.
Here's your Spawn $5 lots. You've got 240 to 244 sold for $415.
Wow.
230 to 234 sold for $355, and then the ultimate Sienkiewicz variant, the Moon Knight number 1 in 75, a raw sold for $400.
Nice.
Love that fucking book.
Yeah, man.
It's a great cover. It really is a great cover.
2 more Spawn sets. We've got the Spawn 220 to 224, more homages, sold for $450, and then 170 to 174, which is the Gunslinger, just the first appearance of Gunslinger, for $420. I like that number. And then, of course, the Savage Dragon 120 Soul Star variant, which we talked about on the Hot 10 the Almost 10 the other week. That is a crazy book. $550 for that variant. It's nuts.
Eric Larson's not worth $550, so I don't understand why people are paying for that shit.
Well, there's something to do with Eric Larson and his fans. They buy his stuff like crazy now.
Do they honestly? Like, I have like, how many copies? I don't know, and I'm gonna look it up after the show. But how many copies do you honestly think Savage Dragon sells a month? In your heart of hearts, what do you think it's?
250.
Oh, you think it's out there? At least 1,400 maybe.
No, bro. I think
you think Image is printing 2 books with 250 print runs?
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, here's why. It's a joke. It's a joke. But here's why I say that.
Oh, I thought he was serious.
I thought he was serious too.
He's one of the fucking CEO guys over there, so he's gonna print his book no matter what. You know what I mean? And it's selling so little that he'll just print it. He doesn't give a shit. But I don't know. It's probably the lowest. It's the lowest printed Image book, I'd imagine. For sure.
Yeah.
All right, some Golden Age goodness. That Catman book number 8, I swear, is the first Kubert art. I've been looking for that book forever, and I missed. I think I missed out on it for less than $800.
Are you reading this manga style?
Yes, I am. I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah. Swamp Thing number 37. I'll go back. Swamp Thing number 37. I sold a raw for like $180 this week. 9.6 went for $497. I feel like that was a good buy because 9.8s go for $2,000, and that I'll jump in on a 9.6 for less than $500. I love that Ghost Rider Frazetta. I love the Ghost Rider Frazetta books, and that's a really cool one. The Ghost Rider number 5, old school Ghost Rider Frazetta cover. Next, we've got just the 2 Spawn 174 and 175 raw sold for $710 the other day.
That's
crazy. Raw copies. Yeah. I love that Fun and Adventure Comics number 1. There's only one known copy, I guess. And that's a crazy book to have if that's only one known copy. Black Cat Mystery number 47, a double cover, sold for $910 Canadian. So, damn. Next, we have Sailor Moon number 1, sold for $449. I think that's a cool book. A Marvel Secret Wars number 8 with 3 sketches and signed, sold for almost $2,000. Buy it now. That's a cool little book. It's got the 3 sketches on it. And then Flash Comics number 2 raw sold for $18,700.
First Hawkman?
Yep.
I
Never seen one.
I got a coverless copy of this at when I was in, was it Colorado? Wherever Mile High Comics is. I got a coverless copy for $200.
Wow.
It was sitting in the glass case, and I was like, "Is this a number 2?" I was like, "There's no way I'm not buying this."
There is 2 sales this week, 9.8s over $2,000 of Batman 423, the McFarlane cover, and then that book in the middle I've never seen, and so I put it on here because I was asking if anybody's seen it. I saw it in a lot that sold. It says Comic Kings, and it's a magazine style comic book. It says there's a coupon inside, but it has the McFarlane cover on it. But it has the non-air version of the McFarlane cover. It's got the yellow moon on the side. It doesn't have the white on it. So that's very interesting, and I've never seen that. Pops. These are crazy sales on some crazy pops. $435, $325, $710, $291. Pops are crazy for the sales that you can get on some of these things. It's nuts. And there was a guy that was selling pops for some unbelievable amount of money, and it sold a bunch of pops that were they were signed by like rock stars and stuff, if that makes sense. Let me show this guy to you. This is pretty interesting. Do this. So I've never seen this. As an Ozzy Osbourne pop. They're all autographed too. Ozzy Osbourne. Let me do this. Sold for $319. It's signed. A Travis Barker signed. Mark Hoppus signed. Motley Crue. Tommy Lee signed. Misfits one signed by Jerry. Debbie Harry signed one. Vince Neil. They're all signed, and I thought this was crazy. Ice Cube one. Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses, Alice Cooper, Mariah Carey, T-Boz, Weird Al, Chili and T-Boz, Def Leppard, Vivian Campbell. What? Like, it's crazy. This guy it must be his thing to get pop signed. Because he's got
or he just got a collection of fucking Sharpies and a bunch of Funkos he can't sell.
Steve Aoki signed one. Deadmau5 signed one.
Deadmau5 one only went for $30. What the hell?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Good.
Right?
Good. Makes me excited that there's grown men are not paying more than $30 for a guy that's fucking wears a helmet to perform in. Nah, fuck that. You can't wear. If you're a grown ass man, you can't take your helmet off. We don't need to be going for higher than that.
I don't know what this is, but I know fanzines sell when they're the right fanzines. And this is a Squire #1 from 1962, a sci-fi fanzine sold for $338. So I don't know what it is.
That's still better than anything Peach has drawn that I've seen. But
yeah, this is that asshole that was selling all the fake books, and he got fucking called out. So good on him. Don't buy from this guy, Imagination Imagination Inc. He is a fraud and sells fake books. So fuck him.
Wait, so there's counterfeits? Back up, right? We official counterfeits. Are those variants now?
Yeah, bro. Like, this guy prints these out, and then he rips out the guts and puts the guts in and puts the printed book on top.
No, damn.
Yeah, shitting me.
No, he's a scumbag. Unbelievable Foom membership kit. This is the kit that came if you joined Foom, which is super cool. I love shit like this. It's got the old school Stan Lee. It's got all the goodies. It's got the issue, which has the prototype Wolverine in it, but the whole thing, the membership card, all of it. So $677. And that's a Steranko cover right there, you guys. This is cool. Wolverine #1, signed by Hugh Jackman, Stan Lee, Frank Miller, Anna Paquin, Ray Park, Chris Claremont, Famke Janssen, all the people who were in X-Men. They signed it, including Frank Miller, which is weird. I don't know why Frank Miller signed it, but it sold for $2,000, over $2,000, $2,325. This is interesting. Blue Bolt #106. I just love this cover. I love the old school space covers where the planets and stuff are all those different colors like that. I just love that comic book trope, and I love aliens and comics. So this is a foreign Mexican edition of L.B. Cole cover of Blue Bolt 106, sold for $550. This is a pulp of Magic Carpet magazine, first Red Sonja ever. This is where Red Sonja was created in pulp. It sold for $1,036. This is crazy. We've had a couple Game of Thrones things on the show tonight, and this is Clash of Kings, signed 19 times, you guys. It's signed by all the people who I believe were in the show. Natalie Dormer, all of them, man. Isaac
Sean Bean.
Yep.
Momoa.
Yep. It's crazy, dude. So,
wow.
$5,000, and it's still up. This one hasn't sold yet. So if it's something you're into, this is actually pretty cool.
If you spend $5,000 on that, this is going to be fucked up, but you're kind of hoping cast members start dying off.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just like Star Wars movies posters. Check this out. This is one of my all-time favorite Golden Age covers, all-time favorite Batman covers. Batman 25. It's got a Joker story, and it's the motorcycle cover. It sold for $1,026, and it looks gorgeous. Wow. Yeah. I think this was
it's got autographs in the fire that you really don't need.
Yeah.
But I think
what does that say? Helen?
That's the owner of the book writing their name on it, Trey.
Helen Covert.
Wow.
I have an old Golden Age book that has like the name of the kid who owned it, like right in the middle of the book.
That's some shit I would have done if I would have been in the 60s. I'm taking my shit to school. Say that's not mine because my shit's written on the fucking front page.
Yeah.
You ever seen a Stanley autograph like that?
No, but it makes me sick with the fact that his big ass ugly fake signature is fucking right over a pretty 181 like that. Because that's a nice copy.
Yeah. $3,000 unverified signature.
Still
next
going.
This is Adventures into the Unknown, the very first 3D comic, you guys. Adventures in the Unknown number 51, which is very cool. Great cover. I love that. But the fact that it's the very first ever 3D comic and it only sold for $300, that seems like a good buy. Pretty cool stuff. Next, we've got Dragon Ball Z Volume 1 Limited Edition at a 5,000 foil cover. I don't know what this is. So
is that a VHS?
It's the manga. Yeah.
This looks like the US version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it sold for over $1,000, you guys.
It must be like
Dragon Ball shit's gonna
limited edition US version of Volume 1 or something. I think.
Yeah, from Viz in 2003. There's only 5,000 of them, but still, that seems like a lot. Still.
Marcus showed us a few months back. Those Dragon Ball cards are fucking. Those super cards are blowing up. We've talked about some of those other trading card games. I didn't know. I wasn't up on it, to be honest with you. I didn't even know that it was a thing until he showed them. I mean, there's some $3,000-$4,000 cards that you can pull from shit you can get at Walmart, legitimately. So that.
How about?
We need to do my Dragon Ball card next week, Marcus.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got some more. We can do that. I'm there.
How about $14,000 for a Bill Sienkiewicz original cover?
Hell yeah, Beauty and the Beast. Fire.
They ain't making any more of those
at all. And I love the old school covers like that. That shit is cool. That's the kind of shit you have framed in your house, like
and with
fire.
All the shit on it too. It makes it even better.
Yeah, with that archival glass, like so it doesn't mess up. Like that's the shit.
That museum glass, that UV resistant glass.
3 Star Wars comic lot. I don't think this guy realized what he had. Top cover, Clone Wars #1, and I think it's a newsstand. Is that a newsstand?
Yeah.
So somebody just got themselves a Clone Wars 1 newsstand for $965. Congratulations on that one.
Wow.
All right.
Thank you.
Now everybody's talking about the HasLab Galactus that came out, but I didn't know about this. This thing sold for almost $1,200. It's the Sideshow Galactus maquette that came out. Look how badass this thing is.
I've seen that in person. That shit is, first of all, it's huge and it's amazing. And
that Thanos next to him is fucking badass too.
And I'm kicking myself in the ass that I didn't do the HasLab Galactus. Like that shit is insane.
These Sideshow toys are crazy, man. I didn't ever really buy them, but the one that I did buy was like this big Voltron figure that just looks insane.
It's 33 inches. See, I just don't have big enough housing to do shit like this, because I would turn my house to a point where it wouldn't be comfortable for other adults to come over if I started buying shit like this.
Nah, man, I'm literally trying to take my upstairs right now, and I'm trying to get curio cabinets just to put like my Optimus Primes and and all the real shit. Nah, I can't. I'm not gonna leave the real shit out, but like some of the other shit, I'm gonna put in the curio cabinet.
Yeah. You said Primes plural.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't you fucking next time you do your upstairs run, bring a fucking Prime down and show a brother what you got. I want to see Optimus Primes.
I'll go get one right now.
Everyone wants to see Optimus Primes.
I'll go get one. Give me a second. I'll come right back.
Super cool. This is the Tool poster from Seattle's the Seattle concert in 2010, but this is done by Adam Jones, the guitar player of Tool. If you guys don't know, Adam Jones is a artist and a special effects guy. He worked on Terminator 2, Judgment Day, guitar player for Tool. This is badass. It's numbered, sold for $900. So pretty cool when the art is done by a person in the band. So pretty cool stuff.
30
that
bits is telling too.
Yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the market report.